Are you thinking about adding a community to your course? Or maybe you have one, but let's be real, it's a complete ghost town. Well, if you've wondered why some course communities thrive while others fizzle, you're in the right place because today I'm breaking down the biggest course creator mistakes when adding a community to your program and how to actually do it the right way so it increases engagement and transformation and, yes, a revenue. So stay with me until the end because I'm sharing a key question that you need to ask before launching a community, and it could save you not only frustration, but it could save you from burnout too. So let's get it. The biggest mistake that course creators make is treating the community as an afterthought or an obligation. An afterthought meaning it's just something you put on the sales page, and an obligation meaning you see everyone else in your space do it, so you think you have to do it as well. Here are the signs of this. You create a Facebook group, you add your students, and nothing happens. You feel the pressure to constantly post, and engagement is crickets. Your students don't see the value, so they never show up, or worse, they leave. So, why does this happen? Well, most course creators treat a community as something extra rather than an integral part of the transformation. They don't give it a clear purpose beyond networking or support, and they also don't consider their own energy. Like, do you really want to be answering questions 24/7? The truth is that if community isn't strategically designed, it just creates more work for you and more work for your students. The right approach is to align community with transformation and your business model. So, 3 steps. Let's break it down. Step 1, start with the transformation goal to determine if you want a community in the first place. Before adding a community to your offer, ask yourself, does my student actually need a community to succeed? Ideally, you have a course and the curriculum that they can get results from without needing the help of others. The community is a juicy benefit as part of the offer, but it's not necessary in order for them to get the result they came for. Next, you want to ask yourself, does my ideal client value connection enough to engage in the group? Now, we're all different humans driven by different values and needs. And some audiences just don't value connection that much. Now, I personally don't get it, but it's definitely a thing. So, you want to make sure that a good subset of your audience is excited to talk to other people in your program. And finally, you want to ask yourself, does my ideal client see the community as a reason to join the program? I have heard many people say, I joined that program for the community, which means it wasn't the teacher that they were primarily attracted to, it was who the teacher attracts. So let's talk through a couple examples of people who've determined if the community is right for them. One of our favorite clients, Teresa Clark, has a community component to her financially thriving nonprofit program. These are folks who don't need a community to get the result they're looking for. The course, the curriculum will give them that, but they love getting to connect with other people in this really niche nonprofit space. On the other hand, in my free course creators toolkit, there is no community. The program is geared toward a quick win that you watch a video, you watch the training once or twice, you strip out the resources, and you get after it. But I also made that choice because I don't want to manage a community right now. So, more on how to keep your community sustainable coming up in this video, but know that just because everyone else has one doesn't mean you need to have one. Step 2, choose course first or community first positioning. Which one is right for you? Oftentimes, when course creators begin to think about adding a community, they ask themselves, should I actually be offering a membership instead? Meaning a monthly recurring offer. So let's break it down. Course first models are really great for clear and fast transformation. It works best when students can reach that transformation, the result of your program, in a set time frame. And the course delivers the core content while the community is a main part of the offer or it's positioned as a bonus. A great example of this is a program I'm actually in as a student. It's called Manifestation Babe Academy with Catherine Zinkina. The transformation is completely available just using her course content. It's very long, there's a lot to it, but hey, there's a lot to manifestation, right? She also has a community as a component of the offer, and I think a lot of people in that audience join it because they want to be surrounded by other manifestation babes, right? However, you don't need the community to get the result. it is an added value as a part of enrolling into it. Next, let's look at the community first model. So, this is really great for long term growth and support. This is best for coaching, networking, high touch transformation. And this works when the goal requires ongoing skill building and implementation. As an example, here, one of my clients and friends, Nick Bradley, has the High Value Business Mentorship Program. This is for 7-figure business owners who want to go to 8 figures and they want Nick's help to do it. And let me tell you, he's the guy. Now, there is a curriculum element to this program that is really good. However, most people make the results from this program by the direct mentorship and influence of Nick. And in order to make that transition, this isn't like a 90-day program to go from 7 to 8 figures. While I don't believe anything's impossible, that sure would be improbable. The students come in and they know they're at least there for a year, but usually up to 3 years in order to get that result. So those are really the choices. Is it course first positioning or community first positioning? I will say my most successful clients use a course first model with a back end membership. And once I say this, you're going to see it everywhere. First, you have your signature offer. And in the most basic of terms, you're offering access to a course for a lifetime with some level of support. Usually the support includes a community with Q&A calls, but they only get access to that support for a limited time window. After that limited time window, let's say 90 days, the students can continue to receive support access for an ongoing monthly investment, front-end course, back-end membership. So let's take a podcasting program as an example. In the front-end course, you teach how to launch a podcast, and in the back-end membership, you teach how to grow your audience. So front-end course, back-end membership. And oftentimes that back-end membership is secret. You don't know they have them until you take their course. Now, time for some real talk here. Whether or not you choose course first or community first matters, but it matters less than making the decision. You can successfully transition from one model to the other, but the most important thing is that you decide. And finally, step 3, design a community that serves a purpose. Not just a chat room, make sure it's transformation focused. So instead of, here's a Facebook group and ask any questions that you have, be super intentional. You can try connecting the curriculum to the community by asking students to share assignments that come up during training. As an example, another program I'm in is the Business by Design Next Level group with James Wedmore. And this is a program all about how to launch and grow your online course business, right? Hey, pretty cool. And as a part of that program, he teaches you how to do a launch debrief. So after you do a big launch, it's the series of questions you should ask and pieces of data that you should look at so that you can make changes for the next launch or for the next marketing campaign. One of his favorite things to do is to say, hey, post your launch debrief in the group so that you can get feedback on it and so that others can learn from you. There are launch debriefs aplenty, let me tell you. Another thing you can do to add transformational, intentional experiences into your community is to host expert Q&A calls so that you're not answering questions in the DMs 24/7. Now, it sounds pretty simple, but makes a huge impact. In Brad Hart's program, which Brad Hart is my husband, if you didn't know, in his group, he's done a Q&A call every single week for the 5 years he's had his program, and he has not missed a single week with the exception of our wedding. So really don't underestimate the power of a live Q&A. A third choice is to ad-lib lives as you notice themes, right? If you see something happening that is a theme throughout the entire group, don't wait to go make perfect training content. Go live, hit your high level points, and move on from there. You can also try accountability challenges to keep students on track. One of our clients and a friend, Bridget at Biddy Tarot, does these really incredible challenges to support students to stay on track toward their goals in using tarot in their lives and in their businesses. You can offer live experiences like meditations, visualizations, breath work, sound baths, or energy work that can integrate the mindset content from the curriculum into a live format. You can provide structured support areas based on milestones in the course. There's literally a million ideas, but the bottom line is if your community isn't helping students succeed, it's just noise. Which brings me to avoiding burnout. How do we make your community sustainable? And honestly, having successful students is the easiest way to do that. It is the easiest way to give you momentum and energy to enter the feedback loop of referrals and retention. The most financially successful programs have the most successful students. Now, a reality check. If running a community drains you, it won't last if you don't get help. First of all, you want to help yourself. You want to set clear boundaries. Are there office hours? Are you DMable? And if not, then who is? You got to let your students know what they can expect from you, when they can expect it by, and is it you or is it someone else? You can also use automation to minimize the time spent managing the group. The Circle platform has the best workflows and data in the game, hands down. Super love it. Like, definitely check that out if community is important to you. But you can also get support. It doesn't have to be all on you. You can encourage peer-led engagement, right? You can make this an alumni position, this strategy that plays into the desire for status while also improving retention and completion. You can get team support by having community managers. You only have so much energy to pour into all the elements of your business, and community support is an investment that rewards you 10x. But remember, if you don't want to run a community in a year, then don't start today, especially if you don't have the means to get support in the running of that community. Now, as promised, here's the one question you must ask yourself before launching a community. Here it is. Are you ready? I think you are. Is this community necessary for the transformation, or am I just adding it because I think I should? Now, if it's essential, then structure it strategically. But if not, then focus on the course and create a backend membership when you're ready. Now, if this video helped you rethink your course and community strategy, then please let me know in the comments. Are you leaning toward the course first positioning or the community first positioning? And if you want more strategies on how to scale your online program without burning out, then be sure to subscribe and check out my free program called the Course Creators Toolkit on building transformational courses. Link is in the description, and I will see you there.